Hello, my name is Anna, and today we will be talking about the mSpy features. What can the mSpy software actually do for you? mSpy is a monitoring software that's been on the market since 2011. It can be used to monitor smartphones, and this software works with iPhones, Androids, and Blackberries. So most smartphones can be used with mSpy. Before we dig into the features, how does it actually work? There are two parts to get mSpy going, and the first part is you have to install this software on the phone. The second thing is you have to set up an online account, and it's from this online account that you will be able to monitor and see mSpy features. Okay, so what are actually the mSpy features? What does this software offer? They offer phone calls, that you can monitor phone calls, that you can monitor text messages, GPS location, emails, internet activities, chats, and instant messages, that you can record surroundings, remote control of the device. You can also control and block apps, and you can get reports. Okay. We're going to dig into each one of these. We're also going to talk about some features that we have seen in other monitoring softwares that we think mSpy is lacking. But it comes down to when it comes down to choosing which monitoring software is right for you, it comes down to what features you need. So you want to think about what is it that you want to monitor, what is it that you want to track. Okay, I'm over here on a site called readtextmessages.net, and they go through the mSpy software in detail. So we're going to take a look at this. If we scroll down to the features, the first thing here is monitor calls. You can monitor the calls, and you can see all this information from your own control panel. So you can see if it's an ingoing or outgoing call. You can see whom it's from, if the name is in the contact list. If the name is not in the contact list, there will show up a number here, so you can see what number it's is calling, or the cell phone has called. You can also see the call duration, and you can also see when this call was made. Another good feature, say you're a parent and there's some calls that you do not want your child to take, you can actually restrict incoming calls. So if there's a phone number that you want to block, you can add it to this section. You can also do call recordings. You can actually listen to the calls, and this is what it will look in your control panel. You can record all calls. You can set this to on or off. You can add specific numbers, contact name, number, and when these calls are recorded, you will see a file down here that you can download, and you can listen to the actual call. Okay, so that's pretty much when it comes to the calls. That's the features that mSpy offers. If we look at the text messages, with mSpy, you can read text messages. You can actually read the actual message. Oops, clicked over to mSpy. Didn't mean to do that. Let's scroll back down. You can actually read the actual text. So here you will see if it's an ingoing or outgoing, who it's from. Again, the name will show up here if it's in the contact list. You will see the message and when it was sent or received. And even though the person delete the text messages, it will still be left in your control panel. So if they receive a text and then delete it, you can still see it here in this section. Another good feature is that you can track GPS location. If you're a parent, I know I'm a parent, you just want to keep your child safe. And say you have a teenager that's driving, you want to make sure that you know where they're at. And with this GPS location tracker, you can see where your child is at all times if they have their phone with them. And today, where the phone goes, the child goes, right? Another feature, mSpy feature here, is that you can read emails, and it works pretty much like the text message. Here you can see who the email is to or from, the actual subject, email body, and when it was sent or received. Another good feature here is that you can monitor internet activities. Excuse me. You can see the URLs, the websites that's been visited. Here you can see, in this case, it's Flickr 2 times and last visit time. This can again be a safety things for you kids. Know what websites they were on, make sure they're not getting in trouble, make sure they're safe. And this goes kind of hand in hand with the instant messages, with all the chats. Today, mSpy offer for you to see Skype, WhatsApp, iMessage, Facebook, and Viber. Make sure though, if there's a specific chat that you want to monitor, make sure it works with your phone. The Skype tracking works only with iPhone and iPad. So if you're an Android user, you can't see the Skype. If you're an Android, you can see the Facebook chat. So make sure if there's a specific chat you want to monitor, that it works with the phone. Okay. And here you can see what it will look in your control panel, Skype. You'll see the name, if it's in the contact list, the message, and the time. Another thing is the calendar and contacts. You can see the event, when it begins, when it ends, the title of the event, and the time over here. You can also view photos and videos. Another thing that our kids do today is they take pictures, videos, and then they send them out. Might not get into the right hands, so it's another safety thing with the photos and video to be able to monitor those. You can also record surroundings. Yes, you can actually use mSpy as a bug, and then you can either download it or listen to it directly in your control panel. You can remotely get control of the device. You can actually shut down the phone. So if you notice that it's 2 o'clock in the morning and your child is on his phone and he shouldn't, you can actually block the phone and turn it off. Okay, so that was the some of the mSpy features. The following features set mSpy apart from their competitors. So with the mSpy software, you can control and block apps and other programs. You can go in and look at the applications. You can block them, and this is something that's pretty unique for mSpy. Stealth Genie, which is another monitoring software, has a similar feature. Sorry, Spyera. I'm sorry. Spyera has a similar feature, but it's not as advanced as mSpy. You can also get analyze with reports. So if you have more than one device you're monitoring, then this can come in handy. Okay, so as you can see, mSpy is a very good monitoring software, a lot of features. But if we compare the mSpy with some of the other monitoring softwares, there are a few things that we're missing. First of all, the chat functions. As we said when we talked about the chat, some works with Android, some works with iPhones. So you have to make sure that the phone you're monitoring works with that chat function. Stealth Genie is another monitoring software, and they also offer GTalk, BBM monitoring, those two. So if GTalk or BBM is something that is important to you, take a look at Stealth Genie. Another thing that Stealth Genie is offering that mSpy doesn't is alert settings, and you can set alerts for words or phone numbers, and that come in handy with monitoring your kids as well. Another great feature that Stealth Genie does offer that mSpy doesn't is safe areas. So you can set excuse me, you can actually set an area where your child is allowed to be in, and if they leave that area, you will get notified. So that's a huge safety thing that Stealth Genie has that mSpy doesn't. But as I said in the beginning here, it all comes down to what features are important to you, what you need the software to do. Okay, and that was a little bit about the mSpy features. I hope you found it helpful. If you need more information, if you want to read through this yourself, just head over to readtextmessages.net. Over here they have actually a comparison chart where you can compare mSpy to other monitoring softwares. Okay, so head over to readtextmessages.net, click the read a review, and it will take you to the mSpy review. Thanks for watching. You have a great day.